What's going on, you guys? My name is Tim. Welcome to my channel. This is Extraordinary Men. This is your one-stop shop to get some practical life advice, some tips to grow, to become a better man, husband, dad, and we're gonna check out some cool gear, some cool toys, some cool tools along the way. Anyways, today I am talking about this right here. This is my mini truck kit, my EDC kit. I use this in place of my normal tools. So let's get into it. This kit I built so that I can keep in my truck. Now normally I kept a huge Tupperware bin in the back of my truck, and I still do keep it in there, but the thing is that I'm constantly hauling stuff in the truck and going to the dump and throwing stuff away, and sometimes I take it out, right? Because I just need the room in the truck. Well, I don't like not having any tools in the truck. I like to always be prepared. I fall on this like teeter totter. I like to be prepared, but I like minimalism. I don't know. All right, first and foremost, this is the Savior Pack from Amazon. I will put a link in the description below. This is really a medical pack, if I'm not mistaken, but I've converted it to like a mini toolkit, and I'm going to show you. This is a pretty solid little pouch. It is heavy, so it does have the MOLLE strap so you can attach it to a backpack, but it is heavy, right? Like there's a trade-off. It's chubby, it's chunky, right? But you get a lot of tools in it, and I like that. It has this, it's got a lot of doodads on top of it, I don't know. Anyways, it folds out just like this, and it folds into 3 different tiers, like this, right? And so, one of the things I do like about this is that I can hold it straight up, and nothing, okay, that fell off. It all stays in here, right? And I do like that. And I use the crap out of a lot of these little things throughout the day, and it just comes in really handy that it's not too big, not too bulky, and I can still come in and out of it as needed. Okay, let's take it to the overhead camera. Okay, so first let's talk about the exterior of the bag. Like I said before, this is the Savior Pack. It's pretty nice. It's got some decent labeling right here on the outside, not too bad. It does have the Velcro strap right here, so you can put all kinds of patches and whatever you want right here. I do keep a pair of earplugs exterior just so I can quickly grab them. You know, I like to go to the range often, and so I like to keep some earplugs always around. This bag does have this like mesh on the back, so that way you can attach just this panel to, if you want, to your backpack, and you're good to go. I also carry a carabiner and some twist ties in the back right here that I think works out pretty good. It's also got these D-ring, they're metal D-rings, which I really like. Okay, so let's go inside the bag. Okay, so I have this basically broken down into 3 sections. I have a main tool section. These are going to be like the bulk of the tools, and then I have smaller tools right here, and then some miscellaneous little pouches, little things in this pouch. And I don't keep very much in this section just because if I ever want to add to it, I have the room. It's already kind of big. So let's talk about the main tools. Okay, so first I keep this DeWalt knife. If you've seen my channel before, this knife has completely surprised me just because of how well this blade is, and it's not that expensive. Obviously DeWalt makes tools, but they also make this really solid knife, not sharp serrades. I like it, really like that tool. I also keep some 3/8 inch sockets. I only have 3, and I keep a half, a 9/16 and a 7/16. And those are usually the most common sockets that you'll need to use. Anything bigger than that, I do have a crescent wrench, which I'll get into. This is a 6-inch crescent wrench. Not a super high quality. As a matter of fact, this whole thing is really like budget minded. because I've seen some YouTube channels and some of these guys, they have really cool like mini kits, but they're like $500, and for me, I just didn't want to spend that much money on something like this. So I just got something that will work, and yeah, so that's a mini press wrench. Along with those, I do keep two mini wrenches in here, a 9/16 and a 7/16, just because it's nice to have a wrench that actually fits versus using the crescent wrench. I can use the crescent wrench, but if these are common sizes and I do want to get a half, I just haven't got it yet, but otherwise, two wrenches. I also keep these wrapped in some paracord. This is what I call a quick release wrap, so it just comes apart really simply and real easy like that, and it's also pretty easy to put back together, which I like. And that's it, just like that, and it pulls apart real nice. I also keep a little hammer in here, and I think this is just one from Harbor Freight, a little 8-ounce hammer. You know, there's a lot of uses that you can come with a hammer, and when you need one and you don't have one, it really sucks. I keep some channel locks in here. These are just small channel locks. A lot of uses for some of these. Also very handy. Along with some needle nose pliers, vice grips. I doubled these up as needle nose pliers if I need them. Okay. Now, one thing that these are missing from a standard needle nose is they usually have the wire strippers in here. So I have a solution for that, but I do keep a small pair of those guys. Next, I keep a straight rule. It's always nice to have a straight rule. This one's always got this is as well got a depth gauge on it, which is really nice. I think I got this for like $4 from Home Depot. Nothing too crazy there. And I have a ratchet wrench. This ratchet wrench is a little bit heavy. If I can, I will upgrade this to something lighter, but it does have the 3/8 inch drive for the sockets, and it does extend, which is cool. Kind of, it'll go like a halfway position and then all the way short. It'll be really nice, and it has a swivel head with two different socket sizes. In this back pouch, I keep a couple of shop rags. These are heavier duty, so I know that I can actually take care of a few things and then just toss them after I'm done. I keep a couple pieces of Right in the Rain pieces of paper, really nice, and I keep a Ziploc bag. I guess you could say this is maybe one of my survival items, but when I put this together, I made this with the intention of having a parts bag, right? You can put parts in here. I label it, put this all together, and you know what parts that you have. Just kind of shop maintenance 101, along with some Gorilla gloves. I like these because, well, I have a bunch of them, and two, they have really good dexterity, and they have a good grip to them, so I do like keeping a pair of Gorilla gloves in there. So as you can see, this does make up the majority of my toolkit, and with these you can tackle a lot of small jobs. Maybe something that you just need to get in a pinch, you can tackle it with just these. Okay, let's get into the second pouch. All right, so here in the second pouch, I keep a couple of little things. Now I'll start with this Heart multi-tool. It does come in this little pouch here, and it is just a little multi-tool. Now, this is a cheap multi-tool. I would, if you can get something better, I would. It does have a few bits and ends. I would not solely rely on this tool. This little saw right here is a joke. It's super dull, and it came like that right outside of the package. But what can you expect from a cheap multi-tool? But I did have it around, so I put it in this kit. Next, I have the Husky box opener, and I really like having this in my bag because I can easily pull this out and then swap out these. So I always have a sharp razor or a sharp knife in my tool bag, which is very nice. Now, like I said, with the needle noses, these are my mini dikes. They're Fred Meyer mini dikes. You know, there's a lot of times you got to cut something, zip ties. You can even cut your nails with these. A lot of uses to having a pair of mini dikes. 6-inch, again, Fred Meyer by 6-inch measuring tape. Really nice to have. And you know what? If you ever go to the furniture store, right, and you're buying a new couch or something, and you forget your measuring tape, you're gonna thank me that you made something like this and you have a little mini measuring tape like that. 4-pack of AAA batteries and a additional razor holder. Okay, going into this back panel here, I keep just a solid handle, and this is for this kit right here. This is where I get my flathead and my Phillips head tips. This goes into my handle, and this goes right in here. And I love having an actual full-size screwdriver versus just a Leatherman or a multi-tool, because it's, you know, like they say, Leathermans are great for a lot of things, but not good for one specific thing. Well, I like to have something specific. And if you've ever used a flathead before, you know that it can come in handy as a pry tool. So I keep that in there as well. And this is my tape spool. I have about 3 feet of duct tape, 3 feet of each of these masking tape, and some electrical tape that I keep on a piece of wood that I have. Also very handy. Now this, I've seen a lot of preppers, a lot of mini kits, and I think having a solid piece of wood is super underestimated. There's so many things that you can do with a small piece of wood. One of the things is you can get your knife. You can start carving off if you need to get some scraps for a fire. You can use it as a pounding lever. You get the hammer, and then you can use this end right here, and you can beat on something that you don't want to mar. And then I put this little edge on here, so that way I can get my knife, carve it out, make a wedge if I need to. There's just so many uses for a solid piece of wood, and it's not very heavy at all. I don't know why more people don't carry something like this in their bags. Very, very handy. I also keep about 20 feet of paracord. I'm not gonna take that out. You guys know what paracord is. And my writing utensils: carpenter's pin, standard government issue pin, Sharpie, and a grease pin. You can write on all kinds of surfaces with a grease pin, so I really can write on all kinds of things, and I know I got it. And finally, going to this last little pouch, I keep a small I do keep some sandpaper in here with 1 screw and a cotter pin. It may seem silly that I just have 1 screw, but you'd be surprised how many times you might need something pointy. I also keep some sandpaper in here to sand over anything, and the cotter pin to lock in different type of items. Super glue. Geez, there's so many times, so many different reasons that you could use super glue. Very handy to have. A small Bic lighter, also very handy, and gun oil. Now, gun oil I found is great for a few reasons, because A, I do have guns that I like to go and shoot and to keep them oiled, but it's also high temp, so you can put this on all kinds of stuff, and you know that you got a good oil that you're going to be putting on whatever it is you're going to be putting it on, and I just keep a small dab of that. Okay, and so that is my mini truck kit. With this, I can knock out a bunch of issues that I might have on the road, running around with the family. Just great to have, along with the gloves. And overall, you know, I've been really happy with this. It doesn't break the bank. A lot of these things I found just laying around my garage that I had that I wasn't using, that I could make use of. And I just bought a few extra things. I think it probably, with around the other things that it cost me, right around maybe $50. So it's not bad to have something that will fit your needs. If you make something like this, get your tools first. Get everything that you need first, and then get your bag. Right, and don't put a lot of time and wasting energy and like the perfect type of bag. Just, you know, having these tools on hand is, I think, more important than actually the bag that you're carrying it in. Anyways, so that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hey, if you don't have a like truck kit or you're not prepared, then get prepared. It only makes sense. You don't want to be stuck out on the road, right? Your cell phone doesn't work. Like, get yourself ready. So also, hey, if there's something you guys want to talk about, you guys want to go over, please let me know in the comment section below. That would help me tremendously and help you guys, which is what this channel is all about. Anyway, that's the video. Remember, being extraordinary is a journey, not a destination. Until next time, be safe, and I'll see you guys again.